As I've explained in previous videos, your body is first and foremost made out of energy, just like everything else in this universe. But before that energy becomes a physical body part, it organizes itself into chakras and meridians. Now, a chakra is essentially a vortex of energy. It is both emitting and receiving energy. A very specific vibration and a specific purpose. Each chakra is a specific expression of prana, otherwise known as life force energy. When a chakra is out of alignment, meaning that it's not letting enough vital force or pranic energy in, then it tends to contract. It doesn't emit as much energy, it doesn't receive as much energy, it changes its pattern, texture, and sound. Now, obviously, when a chakra goes out of alignment, it pulls everything associated with that chakra, every organ that's associated with it, completely out of alignment as well. The traditional name for the sacral chakra is Svadhishthana. It is located in the center of your lower body, about 3 inches below your belly button, through your lumbar vertebrae. The sacral chakra is the center of passion and personal power. Obviously, it governs your virility, your sensations. Even though all the chakras are energy centers, this chakra can be regarded as a master generator of your own essence of sort. It's the home of personal desire, it's the center of creativity and creation for this reason. This is the chakra responsible for sexual and sensual energy. It is concerned with relationships to other people and how well we can relate to them and create with them in those relationships. Now, the major question we have to ask relative to the sacral chakra is, how do we live with people in our relationships, especially regarding power? Do we try to control them? Do we try to control ourselves? Do we let ourselves be controlled? Do we keep ourselves completely bottled up with inhibition? Or do we allow ourselves to express freely? Do we indulge in intimacy, or do we live our life with the brakes on? This chakra governs our capacity to move out of survival towards pleasure, especially interpersonal pleasure and personal purpose. Because this chakra governs sensations, when this chakra is out of alignment, it is difficult for us to feel as if we are truly alive. This chakra governs your sexual organs, your spleen, your kidneys, your womb, lower vertebrae, pelvis, hips, your bladder, your appendix, your large intestine, and adrenal glands. Now, obviously, any ailment that involves any one of these parts of your body suggests that your sacral chakra is out of alignment. The sacral chakra is the second chakra in the human system. It is traditionally associated with the color orange, and it is also traditionally associated with the element of water. So what is it exactly that causes the sacral chakra to go out of alignment? First and foremost, it is people externally controlling us. #childhood. Second, it's whether or not we take that external control that was imposed on us and internalize it so we then control ourselves. The societal conditioning that we are born into teaches us that we can't actually be ourselves. We're not allowed to express our own essence. We have to hold ourselves back. We can't live in alignment with our passion. We have to do things according to what would be the easiest and best for other people. Basically codependency in relationships, which today is the most common style of relationships. So as a result, we put the lid on ourselves. We put the brakes on. We hold back on our passion. We go sideways of our own internal guidance system. And this pulls our sacral chakra and every other chakra completely out of alignment. When we restrict ourselves, we go against our natural desires. We deaden ourselves and our ability to feel so we can live in this state, or shall I say, not really live. We experience shame for our sensual pleasures, shame for our sexuality, shame for virility. Obviously, as a result of living in this way, we feel like we have no more energy left. So knowing all that, this is what you can do to bring your sacral chakra back into a state of alignment and open it up so you can actually get some pranic force flowing there. First, become aware of what it is exactly that is preventing the sacral chakra from being in a state of alignment. You need to get used to the idea that health and alignment is actually the natural state of your being. So, if something is out of alignment, it means there's something in the way. If you remove that blockage, it will naturally flow in the direction of healing and alignment. So close your eyes and get clear about how you're out of alignment with your personal power, personal desire, personal pleasure, sexuality, creativity, and or personal power in the relationship in your life. You can do this by asking questions and seeing whatever answers arise. For example, what is restricting me? How am I restricting myself or keeping myself under control? What is keeping me from being able to express myself creatively? Why am I not allowed to feel pleasure? What is wrong about sensuality and or sex? What am I not allowing myself to feel the sensation of? What would be scary about unleashing myself and really feeling my personal power or showing it to other people? What would happen if I expected people to relate to me? How do I feel about passion? When did I feel that I lost a sense of passion and purpose? 2. Do an intuitive exercise to see and become acquainted with the state of your sacral chakra. To do this, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine what would it look like if you could see this chakra. Not your projection of it, more you intuitively receiving whatever image crops up when you ask to see your own sacral chakra. If you can't do this, feel or sense your lower belly area. What color do you perceive it to have? Does it have any texture? Do you see any images associated with it? Begin to question and understand what you're seeing. What does it tell you? What can you do to improve its current state? For example, when I ask to see an image of my sacral chakra, I may see a dark cave that is frozen. That may tell me that I feel emptiness there. I may then ask myself, what is this cave empty of? Or what does the cave represent? I may then imagine offering it something that I feel it needs, like I may imagine sitting myself down inside it and giving it my company, or I may see it melting ever so slowly by shining light on its walls. 3. There is no real difference between sexual energy and personal creative energy. You can't make an enemy of one without also making an enemy of the other. We've got to take sexuality out of the realm of societal shame. If you have an issue with the sacral chakra, which, trust me, most people walking the planet today do, especially in cultures where there's been a dominant religion that has influenced the area, you've got to get back into alignment with sexuality. You've got to re-own your sexuality. If you have resistance to sexuality, that is, thoughts, beliefs, and actions that oppose healthy sexuality, this chakra will suffer, and so will any part of you in association with it. Like it or not, you are a sexual being. Embrace and express it in healthy ways, and if you cannot, deliberately seek out people who can help you to do just that. 4. Let yourself want and let yourself go for what you want. This chakra is so much about personal desire and personal pleasure, going from survival towards pleasure. So as a result, if you're holding yourself back in any way from what you're wanting, if you're not letting yourself go in the direction of those things that you want, you're restricting the flow of energy and prana through this particular chakra. You should never differentiate, for the sake of this particular lesson, between needs and wants. A need is just an extreme want, and you can do nothing other than to go in the direction of it, and if you don't do that, you are preventing your own personal expansion, and more than that, the expansion of this universe at large. For this reason, I suggest you watch my video titled How to Discover What You Want, and my video titled Meet Your Needs. 5. Create, create, create. Creation is completely about this chakra. You have got to let yourself put something out into the world that you yourself generate. A creation can come in all kinds of different forms, as long as you are the thing generating that thing. It can come in the form of somebody who paints a painting. It can be building a building. It can be creating an idea. As long as you generate it, you create it. 6. Heal the unhealthy patterns and dynamics inherent in your relationships, especially the ones relative to power. To be honest with you, I teach more about this subject than anything else. I've got so many videos on the subject of healthy relationships and how to create them. I highly suggest that you watch them. Nothing pulls the sacral chakra out of alignment more than unhealthy power dynamics within relationships, the degree to which we give ourselves away and let others take aspects of us away. What we must learn as a species is how to let other people have their full power and let ourselves have our full power at the same time. To realize there's not actually a contradiction or a conflict between these concepts. We have to understand that we can have ourselves and be in relationships at the same time. It's not, I need alone time and I need together time. No, I need myself and my freedom within the context of relationship. not to be isolated, and not to be completely controlled. 7. Now this one's going to be hard for those of you who were raised with the idea that this is wrong. Indulge. Allow yourself to completely indulge in sensual pleasures. Pleasure to your sense of smell. Pleasure to your sense of taste. Pleasure to your sense of hearing. Pleasure in the form of touch. Pleasure to your eyes. Pleasure to your emotions. Pleasure to your mind. Pleasure to your soul. Enable yourself to do anything that is an indulgence with no brakes on in the realm of pleasure. Just make sure it's not causing pain for anyone else. 8. You gotta live according to your passions. If you're the kind of person that does things because they just have to be done, or if you're the kind of person who has a super practical job that you hate just because it makes ends meet, then chances are your sacral chakra is going to suffer. Because you did not come here to live a life that you're just getting through the motions of. You came here to live a life in alignment with a very intense purpose that you set before coming to this life. You came to live in alignment with your joy. You came to follow your passions to the end of this earth. This means, in order to bring your sacral chakra into alignment, take any step necessary to live your life in perfect alignment with your passion. 9. You gotta learn how to feel. This chakra is all about letting yourself have sensations, and even emotions come to us in the form of sensations. Sensuality. Therefore, if you don't feel, it's time to start feeling, because you also didn't come to this earth to stay numb. You came here to get your hands dirty. Dirty in emotions, dirty in experience, dirty in sensations, dirty in creation. For this reason, watch my video titled, How to Feel. Learn how to start feeling. 10. When you are super controlling, obviously your sacral chakra is going to come out of alignment. Obviously, when we're a controlling person, we also try to control other people. But the big problem is we control ourselves to within an inch of our lives. In this state, we restrict ourselves and we restrict others. We restrict the natural flow of energy through our embodiment. By doing this, we choke the flow of creation. This means you get to set aside time to completely let go. Indulge completely. Let go of self-control. Be impulsive. Be impulsive and spontaneous. Surrender. Surrender to creative impulse. Surrender to sensual pleasure. Any activity that helps you let go and be uninhibited is like a tonic for the sacral chakra. 11. Any color that enhances your passion, that makes you feel more alive, is going to enhance your sacral chakra. That being said, this chakra is stimulated by and associated with the color orange. And the color orange does genuinely have an effect on this chakra. Therefore, surround yourself in this color. Eat things that are this color. Make sure that you wear this color. Anything you do, even color therapy with color orange, will assist this chakra. Another thing you could do is do art with this color. You can also do a visualization, whereby you close your eyes and you imagine immersing yourself completely in this color. 12. Chakras are activated by sound. I've explained that in my previous episodes on chakras. There are chakra bowls and chants and binaural beats that you can find all over the internet that are specifically dedicated to activating your sacral chakra. The sounds that are associated with this chakra are vam and oo. What you can do is play around with the tonality of those sounds so that you can feel the vibration as strong as you can for your body specifically in that area where your sacral chakra is associated. Playing around with the pitch of that sound, taking it up and down until you find the note or multiple notes that cause you to feel the most relief in that center, have the greatest effect on this chakra. 13. Do yoga poses that are specifically designed for this chakra. Now what I find is that the sacral chakra is probably the most easily responding to Kundalini yoga, because Kundalini yoga is so devoted to awakening this chakra as the center of personal power and personal energy. In my opinion, some of the best poses are warrior pose, goddess pose, the bound angle pose, and the low lunge. Make sure when you're doing these poses that you breathe all the way deep into your belly around where your sacral chakra actually resides. We talk about that all the time in conjunction with spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, but it's really important when you're trying to activate the sacral chakra specifically. So what you want to do is to make sure that you're not breathing high up and shallow in your lungs, you're breathing deep down in your belly, and more than that, if you want to amplify it the best, breathe into your lower back. 14. Use stones that correlate and activate the sacral chakra specifically. Now there is one stone that reigns supreme for the sacral chakra, and that is carnelian. My other favorite stones, personally, for this chakra, the ones that I've seen activated the best, are basalt, red jasper, spessartine garnet, tangerine quartz, sunstone, pyrite, amber, tiger's eye, orange or coral calcite, orange aventurine, and citrine. Use plant beings to assist the opening and the alignment of your sacral chakra. You can do this in any kind of way. You can do teas, you can do sachets, you can do tinctures, you can do essential oils. However you do it, it doesn't matter as long as you are introducing yourself to the vibration of these specific plants that in turn activate your sacral chakra. Now, in my opinion, the very best to activate the sacral chakra are hibiscus, ashwagandha root, saffron, dark chocolate, damiana, catawba bark, coriander, paprika, ginseng, sandalwood, cinnamon, ginger, orange, calendula, fennel, kava, and maca root. Some of you who are feeling super adventurous might want to make an essential oil where you create a blend of many of those things. Last but not least, eat foods that stimulate your sacral chakra. I'm going to give you my favorite ones. The ones that I notice activate the sacral chakra the very best. Now, the primary one is chili peppers. Any kind of pepper, actually. The pepper family activates this chakra like nothing I've ever seen before. The other best foods are the turmeric, fig, sweet potato, papaya, nut butters, apples, garlic, quinoa, olives, melons, maca, mango, asparagus, fennel, pumpkin, and carrots. The healthy sacral chakra came here imbued with the truth that you did not come here to live anything less than a passionate life. You came here to get yourself dirty in the world that you live in. Dirty in emotions, dirty in relationships, dirty in sensual pleasures. You came here not to restrict yourself, but to completely express yourself in this physical time-space reality, and to do so with vitality and virility. So let yourself live in alignment in this way, and your sacral chakra will come into alignment as well. Have a good week.